What's up, everybody? Welcome to SLC Puck, a podcast with big Tusk energy. Tusks are up. They're in abundance. They're everywhere. The Mammoth announcement we've all been waiting for has been made. The Utah Hockey Club, that's a thing of the past. I'm gonna start the show right now. And hey, welcome to SLC Puck. I'm your host, Austin Facer. Thank you for joining me. We're still exploring a new look here for the studio, so it might look a little bit different, but such a big day. We can't wait for things to be perfect to get ready for the show. This is one of the most exciting days that I've ever been a part of. I can't wait to tell you guys all about my day. I had a heck of a day. I've had a fabulous last 12 hours. It's been pretty incredible. But to start the show, I'm going to do something really dramatic here, okay? Watch this. See this hat? See ya. We got a new boy right here. Woo! Utah Mammoth! Woo! It is here. It's official. It's May 7th. All these dates keep adding up that I'm like never going to be able to forget, right? I'm never going to forget April 18th. That was the date that the team was announced. October 8th, that was the night of the first ever home game, regular season home game between the Chicago Blackhawks. Look, I have a puck here to commemorate that. June 5th, I'm not going to forget that date either. That's my birthday. Christmas, June 25th. See, I'm pretty good at this. But June 19th, that's my parents' anniversary, I think, right? See, it's the 20th. I got it wrong. May 7th, though, a day that I will etch into the memory, the real soft spot in my heart forever. Incredible day. It's official. The Utah Hockey Club is now the Utah Mammoth. At long last, this hockey club of ours has a name. After supposedly 850,000 votes, which was what we were told from the Smith Entertainment Group. Obviously, the story was this name was going to be voted upon by the fans. The fans spoke loud and clear. Utah has spoken. That was a big tagline we saw today at Delta Center. Utah Mammoth is the name we land on, and I think it's an incredible name. I am psyched. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you know that I started out on Team Outlaws for this, and I then moved into Team, I think it's going to be Yeti. I can deal with that. And then when that door closed, I didn't return to Team Outlaws. I went to Team Mammoth because I thought it made the most sense for what they wanted to do with the youth programs. I figured the firearm imagery would be tough to do in today's climate with Outlaws. So I was like, you know what, Mammoth has got to be the name we're going to land on. And we saw little bits and pieces of this come to light over the last little bit. Obviously the YouTube channel handle switched over to Utah Mammoth for a moment. Someone told me that was an error on Google's part. So it wasn't an internal error from the Utah Mammoth, but still very telling, right? But here's what was great about that. And gosh, I could talk about this for hours. Like this, the day I had was just incredible. And I can't wait to tell you guys about it, but no one was any less excited about the announcement today, even though it had already kind of been given away, right? We all saw this coming about a week ago. It was that, the name was leaked on YouTube, but no one felt any less excited to finally see it in real life, see it come to fruition, to see the logo, the word mark, the jerseys, the merchandise, the general vibes, right? It started in such a fantastic way and only got better as the day progressed. Like, my heart is beating out of my chest. It kind of has been all day. I think I probably need to go to the doctor tomorrow just to get that checked out. But for today, it's been unbelievable. And what I wanted to do, because I'm an enterprising young basement-based podcaster, I wanted to jump on this and start a new lifestyle brand, because that's what you do in big moments and around big names, is you start lifestyle brands. And what I came up with last night, as I kind of had this hunch, I had a feeling that we were going to see a big announcement in the next few days. So I launched Big Tusk Energy as sort of a branch of slcpuck.shop. So if you go to bigtuskenergy.com, and look, I'll just show you how it works. bigtuskenergy.com. It'll take you here to this page. I got like a lot of great shirts, hats, and stuff just to get started, right? So I appreciate people who have already, visited the site and bought some hats and merch. That started really quick today. But it was such an incredible day. I mean, it started at 8 o'clock, right? And I started my day, and I don't know if you guys would find this interesting, but I started my day as I do. I wake up, I get ready to go to the gym, and I was about to head out the door when I just was glancing at my phone and noticed that the handle on the Utah Hockey Club's Instagram had switched over, not the handle, but the username had switched to Mammoth. And I looked at the clock, and it was 7:58, and I was like, holy crap, we're a couple minutes away from like a big announcement. And sure enough, a couple minutes later on the dot, we saw this video go out all over social media. I'll play it right here. This is on the Utah Mammoths. See, now it's correctly named. I'm looking at it. It says Utah Mammoth. The logo's on there. That's done deliberately, right? But it's all in place, ready to go. But this video went everywhere. I love listening to it a lot. A big part of that is because it has Mike Folta's voice heavily featured. I think he's a fantastic radio voice for I keep wanting to say Utah Hockey Club. I need to get used to it. It's Utah Mammoth now. We're done with Hockey Club now. But this video really kind of set the stage, got me excited. It tells a great story. Let's just play it out and listen to it here.
After an electric inaugural season for the club, it's going to be an exciting offseason for Utah.
The biggest news, the group has been talking to fans about the team's future name. And I think that's awesome, Utah decides the name. I, for one, am so excited to hear what it's going to be, and no doubt the fans are too.
A state like Utah has a great history. Historical figures like bandits.
Folktales with creatures in the mountains.
I mean, the state has been the home of legendary figures and beasts for thousands and thousands of years. From Zion to Park City, Moab to Salt Lake City, some say the legends never died. They once roamed Utah, and now they roam again.
Woo! Tusks up, Utah Mammoth! Woo! Unbelievable stuff. Holy cow. There's the jerseys. Looking great. I love a lot of these secondary logos that they have as well. The word mark is so good. The U with the tusk. Tusks up, baby. All right, we'll pull out of that. Well, again, that got, I don't know how it's possible, but somehow my heart's beating even harder inside its chest cavity right now. Really, really cool video, really slick. I feel like you can see some things in there that maybe they would have used had they been able to go with the Yeti name a little bit. But still, it tells a great story. It's true. There is a lot of mammoth history in Utah. I think the Fairview Museum is obviously the most notable example. They have the full-size mammoth replica. It might be a skeleton, might be like a full replica in the lobby of the museum there. I'll have to get down there to check this out, but the name is here. We've landed on it. No more speculation. No more dilly-dallying. No more, hey, is this Team Outlaws, Team, Ice, Team Blizzard? That had no chance, by the way. It's here. It's Utah Mammoth, and I think you can just go on social media and see the sports world at large, the hockey community really, really, really be incredibly happy and excited about how this turned out for us here in Utah. And I got to tell you, it feels pretty damn good to be sitting here, a sports fan in Utah, and feel like we have like the coolest, slickest logo in sports right now. So, I'll just take my hat off and put it up there. I mean, this was probably the marquee item at the team store. I thought was this blue golf hat with the Mammoth logo on it. That was what I had to get. So anyway, just to backtrack, let me go back to my day. So this hits the airwaves. This hits the social media channels at 8:00. I'm like losing my mind. I can't believe it. I get a text from Tyson Nash, one of my really, really good friends, co-host of Nashcast. He's like, "Hey man, you want to get breakfast?" I'm like a little surprised that he's not, freaking out either. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I meet him downtown. I get over there and we sit down to have breakfast at his hotel. He's like, "So what's going on today?" I'm like, "Well, they announced the name just a few minutes ago." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And I show him the video. He's like, "Holy cow, that's cool. That's awesome." So anyway, it's super, super funny. Sorry, can you do me a favor? There's a plug right down there. Can you plug it in the cord here so we don't lose power? Yep, that one right there. See, this podcast is all done on the fly. It's very authentic, folks. But anyway, yeah. So Tyson's like, "That's cool. That's awesome." And he and I catch up. We chit chat for a while. Have a great some eggs Benedict. Right. We both ordered eggs Benedicts though. You know what I mean? Like, is it weird when two grown men order the same item off the menu? You know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about that. It just felt kind of weird. But anyway, so we had a great chat. We were both really excited about the name. And then Tyson had to head over to the arena to work on some broadcast stuff. And I was just kind of like, I wasn't scheduled to work on anything. I wasn't, supposed to be doing anything for the Utah Mammoth broadcast. I wasn't supposed to be doing anything for KSL.com. So I'm like, I'm here. I'm going to just go hang out by the arena and try to be the first fan in line for the new merch. So it was about 9:30. I'm like fully prepared to wait for a few hours for the team store to open at noon to get some merch, right? I'm pretty excited though. I'm fired up. It's a great vibe. They're putting the vinyl sticker on the window. There's a DJ playing. They're putting the banners up in the plaza area by the puck and by the jazz note. They're setting a vibe, right? And I'm gathering more content. I'm thinking about doing a vlog. I want to just do something to capture the moment. And it gets to be about 10:30. And, I'm just looking down at Twitter and I noticed the Utah Mammoth and have announced that they're going to have a press conference inside Delta Center with Ryan and Ashley Smith, Gary Bettman, the whole crew. They're going to formally announce the team name, show off the jerseys, all that good stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll have to watch this while I stand in line." I go to my DMs and sure enough, the Utah Hockey Club had DM'd me at 8:01, literally as they're making this big announcement, and offered me to come attend the press conference as a fan. I'm like, holy crap. Super, they sent this really nice message here. They're like, "Hey, we'd love for you to come join us as a fan. Is this something you'd be interested in attending? Please let us know by 9:30. I'm like, crap, it's 10:30. I missed the boat. So I run up to the front door. I'm like, just say, "Hi, I'm here." No problem at all. They give me one of these, which I had never seen before. It was a influencer guest credential here with my name on it. And so I get in, I get to sit in the press conference and listen to Ashley and Ryan Smith present the name. Gary Bettman spoke as well. They took pictures with the new logo, with the jersey. Laurie Markkinen was there. A lot of members of the Utah Hockey Club, Jack McBain, Oli Mata, Ian Cole, Dylan Gunther were all in attendance. Danny Ainge from the Utah Jazz was there as well. And sure enough, I found a way to make a goofball out of myself not long into the press conference where they opened this up for questions from the media. And bear in mind, I'm not working as media today, but I still found a way to get some, attention here.
So Cole Bagley with KSL Sports. Ryan, Ashley, congratulations on this incredible announcement.
There.
Ryan, I'm just curious, what has been your favorite part of this process from the team arriving to having an official name?
Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. Anyway, so I get to sit in there. So I want to make sure you guys saw that. Sorry, I'm not doing super good at switching the scenes today. Just want to make sure.
What has been your favorite?
There's this
part of
camera
this
there
process,
with the screen behind it, and I noticed that about
the
it.
team
So I
arriving
make a
to-
goofy face right there, stick out my tongue. Cole Bagley, did a great job. He was on the clock. He was working his buns off like he always does. But I was there. It was so great to see this. Like the inside of Delta Center looked incredible. They have those LED screens that greet you in the atrium area. They had Utah Mammoth all over, like really slick, stylized motion graphics. It was super, super, super duper cool. After the press conference ends, they let everybody go into the team store to grab some merch. So that was like probably the most appreciated aspect of having one of these little guys. So again, super appreciative to the Utah Mammoth for inviting me and letting me be a part of it. I'll just show you guys a little bit of my haul. The merch looks awesome. There was so much good stuff. I put a lot of videos from the inside of the team store on my X account, so make sure you go and check those out. Make sure you get some Big Tusk Energy stuff as well. All right, that's fan-driven stuff there. It's not licensed, endorsed, or condoned by the Utah Mammoth in any way, but still help. It's still good, right? We're still in good grounds. But I scored a couple hats. If you know me, I love hats, so I had to score 3 of them. I got this guy, the Mammoth logo in gray, the word mark with the Tusk U right there. I got this shirt I'm wearing with the Tusks up, which is going to be the rallying cry, as Ryan Smith put it, for the Utah Hockey Club fan base. I scored my sister Sammy one of these sweatshirts. Sammy's sitting right over there. There you go. You're welcome. Hey guys, let me interrupt the show really quick to remind you that I'm partnering with Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers and Jonathan's Jewelry to give you guys an incredible deal. You got to just scan that QR code, hit send on the message that comes in, and you're automatically entered into a raffle, a giveaway for a $250 gift card. We give away a different gift card, a new gift card, for every single episode of the show. So we've given away like 20, maybe even 30, an uncountable number of gift cards so far to the great listeners at SLC Puck. And guess what else? You don't even need a win to be a part of this great partnership. All you got to do, roll into either one of these stores, Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers at Trolley Square or Jonathan's Jewelry in Cottonwood Heights. Just drop the name SLC Puck. They'll knock $100 off your purchase, and they've got some incredible stuff. They have this antique like wave come in, like all this new like estate sales, like lots of terrific vintage jewelry. If I was one who was looking for a ring for a certain special somebody in my life, and I'm not, I would look for one of those rings at Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers or Jonathan's Jewelry. That's where I would go. And I would mention SLC Puck too. I would wear the hat. I would say, hey, I'm the guy. May I participate in the discount? And they would say yes. And they would give me $100 off. It's that easy. You can have that same deal. So make sure you do that. We really appreciate these guys for their great support of SLC Puck and hockey in Utah. And hey, let's get back to the show. I got my mom a sweatshirt as well. But I mean, the stuff was crazy. I could have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in the team store today. I finally had to stop myself at a certain point because I kept just pacing around the store, just like salivating. I could feel like my money burning a hole in my pocket as I was going. It was really incredible, really cool. This guy was not there, but I bet he wished he were. I know a lot of people asked if they had like Mammoth plushies yet. I didn't see any of those, but again, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, no jerseys yet. I think those are a couple weeks away, maybe a month or so. But a really, really, really fun, incredible day, and just so much excitement. I think we're all feeling that as fans of this team, once fans of the Utah Hockey Club, now fans of the Utah Mammoth. I mean, it feels so good to have something that like is so cool and looks so great, and I think can be iconic and instantly recognizable anywhere. Like just to show you guys, here's the tuskup.com landing page, and I'll just refresh this so you can see the slick little graphic it rolls out with. Woo! All right, pretty slick. I mean, just looking at the logo here, and if you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, you are missing the benefit of the visual big time. So I would head over to YouTube, check that out. When you get there, like, comment, subscribe more than anything. But, as you can see here, there's a lot of like the elements from the Yeti logo or the mythical snow creature, whatever you want to call it, that I think were blended into like a mammoth look. There's some cool Easter eggs in here as well. Obviously, if you look on the left side, upper left corner of the mammoth logo, you'll see the outline of the state of Utah right there. See, there's the notch right there. You'll also see that bottom portion of the state of Utah also makes like a letter M. You can see that. Mountain range on the crown of the beast is head right there. The tusk looks great. Nice thick tusk. Nice big tusk energy there. Trunk looks great. You can see Utah has spoken, as I said, a new ice age dawns. It feels like a perfect fit for hockey. Tusks up, super cool. Word mark looks great. The storytelling was awesome. Charging forward, right? So, I mean, there's so much like that's happening here. The mountains, like we just said, the state of Utah as well. Tusks up. Colors, same as what we saw for the Utah Hockey Club. Rock black, mountain blue. It looks like a slightly different shade of mountain blue, but probably pretty dang close. A lot of mountain imagery. The Utah tusk is super cool. The hats that just had the U with the tusk on them looked really awesome. I'm probably gonna have to go back and buy a couple of those. Right there. Yep, standalone is a bold letter mark. Yep, Utah tusk. Word mark looks incredible. This one was really cool. The outline of the state with the hockey stick and then the stair stepper Utah. The stair stepping Utah will remain on the white uniforms next year. And look, there they are. There's the Mammoth logo on the home blacks, and then the road whites there still have that stair stepper Utah in the new font though. Socks look basically the same. But yeah, my goodness, like the state patches on the shoulders look great. Seeing the jersey up close and personal was tremendous. Dylan Gunther and Jack McBain both modeled those for the crowd as well. So you can see the details are fantastic. Established 2024, right? The 1 year they played as the Utah Hockey Club. And again, the Mammoth merch at Delta Center, which is their first for local fans, and then hitting NHL Shop on May 24th. Really, really, really awesome stuff. So again, like I've said this probably 3 or 4 times already, but I just have to extend a huge thank you to Utah Mammoth for letting me be a part of the festivities today. A day I won't soon forget. I finished the day playing a little bit of youth hockey. I help out with the Learn to Play program for the Utah Mammoth as well. So really fun to think about the kids and how excited they're going to be about the name of the team. I'm sure you can hear the enthusiasm in my voice. This has been one of the most excited episodes that I've done in quite some time. And here's the thing that's like pretty nuts. Okay. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. This wasn't our only stroke of good luck this week. Not only did we score like an incredible branding, the Utah Mammoth, let's see, a couple days ago when they were known as the Utah Hockey Club, scored big time in the NHL lottery for the draft this summer. Utah had just a 1.5% chance of moving up from the 14th overall pick. The slim odds hit. I'm reading an article right now on KSL.com by my good buddy Ryan Miller. Talk about a mammoth leap. Nice lead there, Ryan. Appreciate that. But Utah moved up the maximum 10 spots from 14, like I said, to 4th. It's a huge, huge difference. They're going to have much better odds of landing a potential superstar player. Mike Folta had a really great tweet about this, that just the difference in caliber of player from 14 to 4 is very dramatic. It's essentially like getting just like a very decent, like kind of reliable role player to guys who potentially could be Hall of Famers. And I think what's really amazing about this more than anything is the Utah Hockey Club, and I keep accidentally saying it, the Utah Mammoth can use their good fortune having the 4th overall pick to give themselves some options this offseason. They can either stay with the pick and trade and select a guy who could eventually, perhaps shortly, become a contributor on this team when they're making their ascent all the way up to Stanley Cup, championship run territory. They can trade the pick away to get a proven veteran, someone who can help the team immediately. They can trade up in the draft, perhaps, to crack into the top 3 or top 2, or perhaps the first overall pick. There are a ton of options right now for the Utah Mammoth. I just like the amount of good fortune is really stunning right now for this team. Like, especially for me, someone who has grown up in the state and who has been a longtime Utah Jazz fan, University of Utah fan, not a BYU fan. I'm not going to cop to that. But there's been like we're not used to things going this well and being this exciting. The Jazz had their run a couple years ago. And by the way, who knows with I would put ride the heater, folks. When you're on a heater, you ride it. Who knows? Maybe the Utah Jazz will get the first overall pick in the NBA Draft Lottery next Monday. I mean, people would lose their frickin' minds here, as they should. I mean, we've reached fever pitch territory. I am like so incredibly excited. I thought we were going to spend a considerable amount of time talking about the NHL Draft Lottery, which happened on Monday, because it was a huge story. And I think it does have big implications on what the Utah I keep actually saying it, on what the Utah Mammoth are going to do this offseason. And it really is a huge accelerant in their Stanley Cup championship chances. I think for right now, the question for the Utah Mammoth is, hey, Mammoth, how fast can you go? How fast can a Mammoth run? I think we're about to find out, right? I think they can go at any speed they want to. There's been gasoline thrown on the fire. I don't think there's any franchise in sports right now that is not playing in the postseason that can be this excited about the future. We've got a great brand, incredible look. There's such a fun culture being built around that. Tusks Up is an incredible rally cry. What's going to be the hand signal? Are we doing this? Are we doing this with tusks? Are we doing this where it's like the U, but it comes out of our nose or our cheeks? What's the gesture we're gonna make? I don't know. Let's have fun trying to figure it out this summer, and we'll be ready to go for October when it happens, when the boys hit the ice as the Utah Mammoth. Delta Center is getting redone too. Holy mother of pearl. This is insane, everything that's happening. What a great time to do a podcast from your mother's basement. There has never been a better time to podcast from your mother's basement. So again, May 7th, one of those days I shan't forget for quite a while. So I think you have to give huge credit where credit is due to Ryan Smith, the team at SCG Media. Holy cow, these guys broke the frickin' internet. They broke Utah in a great way today. So much fun, such a tremendous time. And hey, don't forget, guys, if you want to get on the fun, you want to support a fan-driven, initiative. BigTuskEnergy.com is the way to do it. I also launched a brand new social media channel, like I said, Big Tusk Energy on Instagram. So those are great places to go. Again, I'll have more stuff for you guys there, but that would be a great way to support what I'm doing here at SLC Puck. I'm excited to keep doing this. This is like my life's calling to do this show. I do need some help to do it though. So this is a terrific way to do it and be a part of it and be a part of the fun. So again, what a day. What a freaking day. And I had a really good plate of Eggs Benedict today. What a freaking good day. And I'm getting new carpet in my apartment. What could be better? Thank you guys so much for listening to SLC Puck. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media at SLC Puck, BigTuskEnergy.com, Big Tusk Energy on social as well. And let's go, Mammoth!